Well, good morning, Kansas. We have a lot of big stories to catch you up on this morning, including a look at G20 protests and an inspirational little boy. They're all a part of this morning's 10 things that you need to know. Intense protests continue outside of the G20 summit this weekend out in Germany. Now, nearly 200 officers have been injured in the clashes and more than 100 people detained. But some of those protests overnight, however, were a bit peaceful. Some violence breaking out during a KKK rally in Virginia. That all happened yesterday afternoon. Dozens of KKK supporters faced off with counter-protesters that included the Black Lives Matter movement. Police ended up escorting KKK supporters out of the area and using tear gas during this confrontation. At least 20 people were arrested. A group of people stepped up to take back their Wichita neighborhood in a fight against gun violence, with the NAACP along with law enforcement marching to show their commitment to make a difference. The march was specifically led to a basketball court to show people that this is where a drive-by shooting had happened. The teen in that drive-by did survive, but there was a moment of silence for him. This daring performance would end up being one man's last. An acrobat plunges in a horrific fall before a crowd in Madrid. That man fell 100 feet to his death. The festival staff said they could not save the 45-year-old performer. The events, they continued on, but some performers, like Green Day, they were unaware of what happened until after the fact. The festival said it would have been too dangerous to have a bunch of people leave at once. Police are warning teens about the dangers of doing street drugs like drug-laced candy. They were called to a home in Indiana where they found a teenager along the road, and he was complaining of rapid heart and pain in his legs and blurry vision. He told the deputy there were 10 more of his friends suffering from the same symptoms after eating half of a gummy bear laced with drugs. Out west, where temperatures shoot well past 100 degrees, it's breaking records and raising the potential for brush fires. For a lot of communities, they're having to use tanker planes to fight those fires, which have forced, by the way, thousands of people out of their homes. How about this story? Taking brotherly love to a whole new level. And a little Alabama boy saved his baby brother after a horrifying crash. You need to take a look at this. A mother driving the family SUV with her 2 boys buckled in. They were entering the intersection, and then a FedEx truck hits them, clipping the vehicle, ending up upside down. The little boy is shown there with his little brother as well. They were trapped inside with mom. 10-year-old Grayson was hurt, but he managed to get his brother out and pull him away from the crash. Everyone's okay. The good news right there. Now to an animal rescue in Green Bay. Emergency crews worked to save these sweet little ducklings all caught in a storm drain. You can hear the little ones chirping as crews were able to get those 10 ducklings out safely. Those little chirps, they may be music to your ears, but what about taking your ears deep below? About 400 divers and snorkelers have submerged in the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary for a local radio station's broadcast beneath the sea. A little different, huh? The Underwater Music Festival features hours of music program for subsea listening. The broadcast included public service announcements promoting coral reef conservation. And how about this story? A really sweet one coming to us from the Houston area. A 5-year-old girl drops off dozens of teddy bears at a police station, all to help children with health issues. Her parents say that Zoe was wanting to help, and it all started with a sick friend who can't walk, and now she's helping a lot of other kids along the way. You have to love that story right there. Sweet little girl. For more 10 things that you need to know each day, head over to our website at cake.com after GMK and Cake News at 4 during the week. And if you have video that you'd like to see featured in our segment, we want to see it. Send it to us at news@cake.com.